Today, I created the most overpowered MCC teams I could think of, and simulated what this MCC would look like. Now for this special edition event, I will be playing God, or I guess, Nox Crew, and handpicking the games. Here they are. We have To Get to the Other Side, Sky Battle, Sands of Time, Rocket Spleef Rush, Build Mart, Meltdown, Ace Race, and finally, Battle Box. Now you're also going to want to know the teams. To make them, I took 40 of the top MCC players and combined them in ways I thought was fun and realistic to the actual event. Kicking it off with the Red Rabbits, we have the iconic duo of Dream and George, alongside Foolish Gamers and Wisp. On paper, this team should do really well in Battle Box and Sands of Time. And other than that, there's just the fact that you can't count out Dream and George. In the 10 times they've teamed, they have only not finished third or higher as a team once. On the Orange Ocelots, we have two longtime friends in Pete and Preston, alongside two of MCC's biggest grinders in CPK and Kirtik Zeus. This team will likely stomp the movement games. Look for big performances in Rocket Spleef Rush and Ace Race. On the Yellow Yaks, we have the recurring duo of Smager and Shovel, with arguably the best individual MCC player in Illumina and his MCC Pride 21 teammate, Ryguy Rocky. This is another phenomenal Rocket Spleef Rush team, and they should also do very well in Build Mart. On the Lime Llamas, we have Grian and his beloved Fruity Bee, as well as Smallish Beans and Cubfam. This team is actually super similar to Yellow in terms of strong suits. On paper, their best games are also Rocket Spleef Rush and Build Mart. Rounding out our first 5 teams, we have the Green Geckos, made up of Puns, Curtsy, Krinios, and Sylvie. Look for this team to come up huge in Battle Box. The Cyan Coyotes is made up of JoJo Solos, SB, Captain Sparkles, and Sneak Snag. This team is really solid all across the board. If they can put in a couple good performances later on, they have a good chance at making Dodgebolt. The Aqua Axolotls, being made up of Antfrost, H-Bomb, 5UP, and Gemini Tay, are the only repeat copy of a previous MCC team, being the winners of MCC 20. But since then, all of them have only improved. Their top game is, of course, Sands of Time. On the Blue Bats, we have Quig, Tapple, In the Little Wood, and Flip. Any team with Quig and Tapple on it is bound to do well in Sky Battle, but we could also expect to see a big score in Ace Race. The Purple Pandas are made up of the recurring duo of Rambo and Wilbur, alongside Filza and Sapna. This team should do well in the PvP department, with Battle Box and Sky Battle being their two best games. For the Pink Parrots, Purpled, Tommy, and Tubbo make up 3/4 of the MCC 21 Pink Parrots, which is the team that got the captain his first win. But when you sub in Jack, that's what makes this team not only crazy, but also hilarious. Here's a quick image with all the teams in case you ever want to refer back to it later in the video. Now that we have the teams, if you want to hop on down to the comments and leave predictions, take a quick pause and do so. And who knows, while you're down there, you might as well smash that sub button. Only -4% of you guys are subscribed. Did you see that? I just did the YouTuber thing. Surely now I will have millions and millions of subs. Surely. For the game order, I decided to spin a random wheel, because is the Decision Gnome really that much better? Build Mart is our first game. Unlucky for any green fans out there. Here in Game 1, we see the clash of the Build Mart Titans, with Yellow just barely coming out on top. Going down from there, we have about a 2,000 coin gap to 3rd place, and all in all, about a 1,000 coin spread from 1st to 10th, which is rather large for a first game. Even so, this is really good for some of the more PvP-focused teams like Pink and Green, who get Build Mart their by far worst game out of the way early. And finally, our top players are obviously just going to be members of Yellow. Moving on right into Game 2 with our Decision Spinner. And we're headed to Battle Box. The Green Geckos, led by Puns and Curtsy, put up a first place performance, followed closely by Dream's Red Rabbits, and pretty quickly falling off from there. Our bottom 2 teams are going to be the top 2 teams from Build Mart, with Lime and Yellow, and our top players are going to be Puns, Dream, and Sapnap. After 2 games, Aqua and Yellow are on top, but it's still anyone's game. Taking a look at our Game 3 spin, and it's looking really close. But Rocket Spleef Rust is just barely going to take it home. And would you look at that? Lime and yellow are back on top, and the PvP teams, red, purple, green, all back near the bottom. Wow, this MCC is really going back and forth. We also have to point out orange has put up 3 top 5 performances, and should be high up on the leaderboards, which we will look at after Game 4. Top players are Pete, amazing at Rocket Spleef, Illumina, and Fruit, both solid players as well. After 3 games, Aqua and Yellow switch spots at the top, and the point gap starts to widen just a bit. For Game 4, we'll be headed to the clouds with Sky Battle. Something to keep in mind as we go along is the coin multipliers. As we go further into the MCC, each game will be worth more and more, which is what allowed the Blue Bats to get a monstrous 3,020 coins. Obviously, they have Tapple and Quag, 2 really strong MCC players, and specifically Sky Battle players, which of course netted them 2 of the top 3 players alongside Dream and his Red Rabbits. The Cyan Coyotes unfortunately end at the bottom. Standings after 4 games are tight, with just 2,000 coins separating first from 10th. We have number 1, blue, followed by green, lime, aqua, yellow, red, purple, orange, pink, cyan. Aqua and yellow are finally knocked off the top, but with most of the big coin games left, it's still anyone's game. When deciding Game 5, we normally have the audience vote, but since there's no audience, I just asked my friend, and he said to get to the other side. So, here we are. This game was actually really close, with the difference between the top and the bottom team being only about 600-700 coins. Really not that big, especially for a 5th game. But we do see pink at the top, led by purpled and 2 other strong players in Tommy and Tubbo, alongside Jack. I said this before, I'll say it again, that is a absolutely crazy team. Our top players are Purpled, Illumina, and Dream. Pretty stock standard for the other side game, nothing too crazy. After 5 games, Blue keeps their spot in first, and Red shoots up the leaderboard to claim a provisional spot in Dodgebolt. We're now down to just 3 games, and it's looking like Ace Race is going to be number 6. Ace Race was played on the Turtles map. I absolutely love that one, by the way. I think it's by far the best map. Anyways, we see a great performance from Orange, with Pete claiming first and CBK 4th. Our other top 2 finishers were Illumina and Dream, both really good Ace Race players. Glad to see it from them. From then on down, we have a bit of a drop to 2nd place, and from there it's pretty slow and steady all the way down, not too big of a gap between 10th and 1st. Things are definitely tight heading into the final 2 games. This changed the leaderboard up big time. Blue goes all the way down to 5th, and Orange shoots up to 1st. But we still only have 1,000 coins between 1st and 6th, so realistically any of those teams could win. Somehow the RNG gods have kept Sands of Time alive until this point. It looks like it will, and Meltdown will be played 7th, meaning SOT is our final game. In Meltdown, we have Aqua claim first place off the backs of good performances from 5UP and Antfrost. Maybe all that Valorant is helping out. Pete also puts up another good performance, securing his team one of the top spots. Purple, led by Sapnap, good all around, and poor Lime looking down in 10th, not really much chance for them now. Heading into Game 8, all is still to play for. Orange would have to really crumble pretty badly if they aren't going to make it to Dodgebolt, but that 2nd spot is up to grab to 5, maybe 6 teams. Let's see how it goes. We're headed to Sands of Time. And Aqua takes another 1st place, but who really expected differently? A team with H-Bomb, 5UP, and Frost, 3 of the biggest Sands of Time or MCC sweats in general, are really just going to perform incredibly in the final game, securing their spot in Dodgebolt. and it looks like Orange has done plenty to hold their spot at the top. We'll see how it looks though. JoJo also putting in a really nice performance, and Dream capping off another incredible MCC. We'll see where he is individually. First, taking a quick look at the top 10 individual. Their names are highlighted with the color of team they were on. We have Dream in the first spot, Pete with a rebound performance claiming second. His teammate CPK was in 6th. We have 2 of Aqua, Antfrost, and H-Bomb in 4th and 7th. 5 Up unfortunately just missed the top 10, he was in 12th. And Sapnap, Illumina, Quig, Punts, JoJo, a lot of the players we typically expect to see near the top are in the top 10. Most notably, Fruitberries is absent. Unfortunately, Lime didn't quite perform, just unlucky. Now to what we've all been waiting for, the final team standings. We have Orange with 19,723 coins claiming first, and behind them, Aqua with 19,134 is our second Dodgebolt team. Third place, still a solid 800 coins out. It wasn't really too close in the end. Was Red, followed by Purple, Green, Yellow, Pink, Blue, Cyan, and our last place team, Lime. Hopping straight into Dodgebolt, round 1 goes in the favor of Orange. Round 2 also goes to Orange. Can they pull off the sweep? Not quite. Aqua takes round 3. Round 4 goes to Aqua. Orange looking to stave off the reverse sweep, and Aqua looking to come back. Let's see it. Round 5, Dodgebolt. And it goes to Aqua. The Aqua Axolotls are the winner of MCC, whatever, blank, fill in the name. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!